Why I just bought Tattooed Chef TTCF stock. It's not because of financial education, Jeremy. He is a genius! Stock Market for Beginners series. Psylock edition. Hello everyone, this is Cowboy Jeremy. Howdy folks, and welcome to this day's video. Holy smokas, this ain't no jokas! Here today, Tattooed Chef is traded at 55 cents a share. The whole company is valued well below $50 million now. This is representing deep value with extreme certainty. That most retail investors have sold out of this stock. Now expect this baby to go BK. Most people bought this stock at $16 a share, back when Jeremy was ultra bullish on it. They obviously don't have the mental capacity to own a small cap stock. Charlie Munger once said, "Failure to handle psychological denial is a sure way for people to go broke." Like the investing goat Warren Buffett said, if you can't handle psychologically, then you really shouldn't be owning stocks. So in this video, I will explain why I bought Tattooed Chef stock at 50 cents a share. What's the real reason is affecting this business. The macroeconomic landscape that will affect TTCF stock moving forward. What to do with this stock in a recession. I will explain it all right after this.
How you like that?
Welcome back everyone to the Audacious Money Witch channel, where we talk about macroeconomy, stocks, bonds, and commodity markets. If you like any of these topics, you are intelligent. That's why you're here, and you know what to do, and push my button if you like what you see in today's video. Because you're already a success. It is done when you join the Audacious Money Witch Club. This video is brought to you by my website. If you are a good boy, go to audaciousmoneywitch.square.site to add more meaning into your life. If you play your cards right and completely submit, like my good boys do, then I will take you under my wing. Author of best-selling books, Goddess Cheryl. My good boys always get rewarded handsomely. You are such a good boy. You like hearing that, don't you? You want to get into the bookstore. You want it to be real. You want it to be true. You want to join the Audacious Money Witch Club, don't you? First, this video is not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock. I am not your financial advisor. Second, you gotta see this.
Do I look like a man that wants to talk about TTCF stock right now?
Well, howdy there, folks. This is Cowboy Jeremy talking. I want to welcome you into today's video. Oh my goodness, we got a holy smokers. This ain't no jokers video I got planned for you guys. Well, guys, here today we're seeing a whole lot of red out there in the market, and my goodness, when I see all this red, it makes me, are you kidding me or are you joking me? Oh my goodness, guys, look at that.
First possible 10x stock I hold. The Tattooed Chef Corporation, ticker symbol TTCF, okay? Could Tattooed Chef become the biggest position in my portfolio? It could. But would I feel comfortable having Tattooed Chef as my biggest position? I would. I would. I just look at this business. I see massive profitability start rolling in 23 for this company. I see crazy revenue growth. I see a management team in place that is ultra driven and ultra hungry. And I see a stock that is setting up to become a food giant in the future.
When it comes to Chef, this is my next Tesla stock, and I am 100% confident in that, okay? There's so many similarities I see between the Chef and Tesla Model, so it's not even funny, okay?
And this could be one of those stocks I don't ever sell. I'll just be completely honest, because when you buy into a great food company or drink company, it's usually best to just hold them. Just hold them, because over time, they will become a dividend cash flow beast for you.
Show how I'm going to make $10 million plus on Tattooed Chef stock over the coming years. And I'm going to go into detail on exactly how that happens.
At a Target store, and there was a female, she was looking at the Tattooed Chef stock.
In 2021, Jeremy believed this stock could make him $10 million in 2030. That's from $1 billion valuation to $10 billion valuation assumption. Because back then, Beyond Meat was traded around $10 billion and Tattooed Chef was at $1.3 billion. That's $1 billion plus $300 million. Today, Tattooed Chef Incorporation is merely $47 million company. Beyond Meat is under 1B. A wise man once said, price is what you paid and the value is what you get. You are buying a piece of a business when you buy a stock. What are you buying? A food company that has the potential to be a food giant someday. For people who give a crop. Speaking of crops, as the legendary investor Warren Buffett said, we need to think as if we bought a farm when we buy a stock.
But you shouldn't buy stocks unless you expect to hold them for a very extended period and you are prepared financially and psychologically to hold them the same way you would hold a farm and never look at a quote. You don't need to pay attention to them. And you're not going to pick the bottom and nobody else can pick it for you or anything of the sort. You've got to be prepared to, when you buy a stock, to have it go down 50% or more and be comfortable with it. There have been 3 times in Berkshire's history when the price of Berkshire stock went down 50%. You've got to be in the right psychological position. And frankly, some people can handle it psychologically. If you can't handle it psychologically, then you really shouldn't own stocks because you're going to buy and sell them at the wrong time. And
so we need to think like a farmer. Don't shout at the crops. There is no use to shout at your Tattooed Chef stock. Don't blame the crop for not growing fast enough. Don't blame the stock for not going up or business not growing at all. Don't uproot crops before they have a chance to grow. Don't sell your stocks before they had a chance to run. Choose the best plants for the soil. Choose the best price to buy the stocks. Irrigate and fertilize. You can always be a bull for a stock. Remove the weeds. Focus on your own psychological path. Remember, you will have good seasons and you will have bad seasons. There are always good times and bad times in the stock market for any stock. Any dog has its time to shine. You can't control the weather, only be prepared for it. You can't control the high inflation flame and financial crisis pain. But you can prepare to take advantage with your sideline cash. If Apple stock in Forrest Gump is the best investing tip in the movie history, then Monster eats Apple for breakfast. Because since 2001, Monster stock, ticker MNST, was up 11,929% for 20 years. Apple stock was up 45,719% for 20 years. Amazon was even less return than Apple. This shows you don't need a technology stock or an AI stock to get insane return. A small cap drink company can do it also. Guess at what price Monster was traded for in 2001. You probably won't believe that. It was traded as low as 3 cents. So if you were to spend $500 on Monster stock in 1997 and buy it at 1 cent a share and hold it till today, that 50,000 shares today is worth $2.9 million. So this is why I am looking forward to the recession. I am looking forward to the short sellers push this baby down more because I want to get that opportunity. This is a speculation, so only bet small, a 5% max position in my portfolio. That's why I had to wait till last week to buy this stock. Do you know that Tattooed Chef was actually included in Russell 2000 Small Cap Index? Today, NASDAQ 100 soars to record against Russell 2000. AI frenzy brings US tech back to record high relative to small caps. All the way surpassed 2001 dot-com bubble high. This shows record overvalued mega cap tech stock is traded compared to how deeply underappreciated small cap company is traded, especially unprofitable ones. And Tattooed Chef is taking the cake for its two-time drama with Jeremy. First is when Jeremy compared the chef to GoPro. Second is when he sold out and lost $1 million. And his fans finally capitulated, and here we are. Investing is about change. You can't invest because of what right now looks like. You want to invest because of what the future looks like. In 2021, people are saying, I love Tattooed Chef stock. TTCF stock. Current prices are ridiculously cheap. I will be adding to this. They are in great shape financially and continuously growing and expanding SKUs, which are getting into more and more stores. Not to mention, they are well positioned in the plant-based food industry, and they have not even started their international rollout yet. This is a 10-year plus hold for me. Could not care less about what the price is right now. That was in 2021. Everything was great. What this gentleman bought was now. They bought all the $90 million on Tattooed Chef's balance sheet with no debt and revenue growth at 40% plus year over year. However, they didn't think about the change of the economy, the 10+% of Italian inflation, the macro, rise of interest rates, the tightening cycle, the bond market, the inverted yield curve. All these has transformed a $26 stock into a 55-cent stock. That's this channel is about helping you see the change so that you can be the change. All this macroeconomic indicators will help us see the change. Here's why the current stock market rally may not last. Since the Silicon Valley Bank collapse in March of 2023, the S&P 500 has rallied, driven by expectations of increased liquidity and easier monetary policy from the Fed. We actually saw something quite similar following the collapse of the Bear Stearns back then. Markets rallied after the Fed turned accommodative following Bear Stearns' collapse. However, tighter credit conditions eventually led to a recession and pushed markets lower. Currently, the market is trending higher with rapidly deteriorating breadth. For a sustainable uptrend, 3 conditions must be met simultaneously. Number 1, low unemployment rate. Number 2, decreasing inflation rate. Number 3, recession delayed to 2024 or beyond. The likelihood of this trifecta occurring is extremely low. Historically, such contraction levels in the LEI index have always led to a recession. despite leading economic indicators pointing to a recession plus market decline in black. The S&P 500 has been rallying in red. A similar development occurred in 2007, but it proved to be short-lived as markets eventually plummeted due to a recession. I think that markets aren't pricing in a recession yet because the coincident economic indicators in black are still holding up, but the yield curve in red points to them contracting in 2023. Market participants are pricing in the best case scenario, a soft landing, but economic indicators suggest an impending recession, which equities have yet to factor in. Now that I am officially in the plant-based food movement, I am planning to wait till the recession crash to buy more TTCF Tattooed Chef stocks, hopefully at 1 cent per share. It doesn't have to be a monster to make me a ton of money, but the setup is definitely too similar to ignore. And my book, Treasures Within Our Heart. You are such a good boy for watching my video right till the end. Bye.